Okay, hello, welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss as we continue our Factory Showcase playthrough. We have just one very important thing left to do before we end the turn and end week 3. There we go. So in the turn there, blue is still out of reach, so don't have to worry too much about that. It's the week of the Minotaur, and we can go straight back to Todd, who does have the bulk of our forces. Yeah, so this is part 2. If you would like to watch the full series, do make sure you check the playlist link in the description. All future episodes will be added to that in one place. Tancred is going to check out the Seer's Hut, which is asking us for the Spyglass, and Wrathmont, I think, is best off just beelining straight back to the town. If we go back to the town, we've got 3,400 we can spend. We can't get a new loan. Because it's a new week, there's nothing super urgent to go for. I guess Mage Guild level 2 will be really useful once Wrathmont gets back. Main downside of that is it means we have just 3 Mercury left, and we do need Mercury for the upgraded Manufactory, the upgraded Watchtower, and that appears to be it, but of course we don't want to rule ourselves out of those buildings. There's a bit more Mercury there, and a bit more there too. So several War Unicorns, that should be fine. Lots of Gold Golems should be fine. We are going to be going to the west in this episode and breaking through all of this stuff. I think lots of Mighty Gorgons could be a bit much, but we'll see what we can do. If we check the tavern, we do have Eanswythe available, who does come with basic estates, so he will pay for himself in 11 turns. Possibly less if we can level up that estates. So we should go for him. Let's get him in. And let's go ahead and upgrade these. We're going to buy 1 pretty fast unit, so these guys are 8 speed, that works pretty well. Swap these around, and we're just going to send him straight out. He can go and visit the Prospector if he wants to. We should probably do that, although we're not going to have enough for a building this turn, no matter what we do, unless we trade. But yeah, I think that's not going to happen, so we're going to send him out. Go to this, we get offered a new skill which we're not going to take. We're going to try to take as few skills as possible. We'll level up that estate skill as soon as we can. We level up Victoria, we're going to go for Advanced Wisdom, and we're going to start bringing her back as well. Then I think Eanswythe, yep, does just move up. Go for a second level. Tancred could move towards Todd, and that's probably the best option because Todd is still going to take a turn or two to get towards us. If we have a look, he can get to just next to the bubbling oil pit, tar pit, whatever it's called. And yeah, I don't think we're in a big rush to get new buildings this particular turn, so let's just end the turn there. Okay, so we are going to take 2 more turns to get back, then we're going to spend a turn in the town, make sure we get all of those spell points back, so 145 spell points up for grabs. Eanswythe is going to go straight to this. Okay, we're not getting too lucky, but the next level up should give us advanced estates. And perhaps it's worth going out of our way for that. Okay, Wrathmont first is just going to move towards the town. Don't need to worry too much about his movement points, he can make it either way. Victoria is going to go to the south and visit this. Then if we go back to the town, we can go for something like the upgraded Foundry. I think we do go for Mage Guild level 2. We could get something really useful like Blind. We don't, but we do get Lightning Bolt. Protection from air can be useful. Ice Bolt is kind of just an inferior Lightning Bolt, and Quicksand is extremely situational, but not necessarily useless. Okay, we'll start bringing Eanswythe back. Tancred is going to stay in place. Todd moves down, attempts to pass the units across. Swap all of this round. Start heading down in this direction. End the turn there, although before we do, let's check this as well. So we've got Rosic and Isra is the new hero. Not really worth picking up. Okay, let's end the turn there. We are approaching the end of month 1. I think it's worth mentioning we are on the, what's it called? 8xM8 template, which apparently does have a bit of a reputation for pretty tough guards. So it's not super unusual that we've not made too much progress yet, but what I'm not sure about is how the AI handles it. I'm sure we'll soon find out. Okay, Victoria's going to start coming back. Todd is also going to make his way back in this direction. Tancred brings the units down. I think Eanswythe should probably position himself around here to be useful. So let's just check. So Tancred wants to pass these units across to Wrathmont. We want to upgrade them in the town. We want to make sure we give Wrathmont as many movement points as possible, so we will recruit a single automaton. I think... didn't mean to press that. Nothing of note going on there. I think we will take out another loan, so that we can accelerate our next loan. Castle is probably worth getting before the end of the week. Of course, we would prefer to go for Servantarium or Gantry if we can. I'm not sure how feasible that is. I think we hold back on upgrading the Gantry because we do want to buy as many units as possible. We want to upgrade what's left. And yeah, Todd, nothing really to do up there, so let's go to the south. Eanswythe should be fine to get as close to this as possible. And in fact, we could actually go southwest, take on the Halberdiers, maybe get a level up from that. I'm not sure he definitely has enough movement points. I think it'll be okay. Because he has the 8 speed unit, it might work. The main reason I'm doing it is for experience, but could be useful in general. Okay, so this guy wants his spell points back. So he's good as he is. This guy's good as he is too. Not going to prioritize building. Let's just end the turn there. Blue does re-emerge, but still no sign of anyone to the west, which is good. Okay, so Tancred has all of the forces. Let's make sure we don't block ourselves in. That works. Not quite. We're going to have to use some of Wrathmont's movement points, but never mind. Okay, let's take all of these. In fact, let's swap everything around. Going to the town, we're going to upgrade all of these to Halfling Grenadiers, which do have that ability to ignore 20% of the opponent's armor. So 105 of those, we can pick up another 44 for 2,600. We could potentially upgrade these if we go for the upgraded Foundry, but I'm not sure I care that much about that. I think we will upgrade our Armadillos, and the other 3,000 could buy us 3 Gunslingers. We do a small amount of trading, we can get up to 4. We do want some of these though. We want multiple 1-stacks. I think we leave the mechanics behind. We assume we get Gunslingers, and that gives us 4 more slots. So let's try and recruit at least 4 of these. That leaves us with enough for just 2 more of these. This I think is an okay force. The Halfling Grenadiers kind of overkill, but they are extremely effective, and all of these fights should be the kind of thing they thrive in. Okay, so I'm going to use up a small amount of movement points just to pass these across to Eanswythe. Eanswythe goes for this and probably comes straight back. No losses expected. We almost can get back, so yeah, let's use all of our movement points on that. Get our units back, get the artifacts back, go to the west. And let's see how this goes. So, not too many losses expected. I think we play it safe, go for slow. And just going to go for some basic blocks. I have sped up the animations a bit, but I might slow them back down if they seem a bit too fast for people. I do think Horn of the Abyss, a 3.5 animation speed would be perfect. I feel like we don't need to kite. Maybe we do though. Yeah, so these can reach us pretty soon. I'm going to move these out of the way. Try and kill these off. Okay. No safe spots from these, but we can go up to here, and that should be fine. These defend. Could we drag these away? We'll give it a go, just to be absolutely safe. Kill these off. Kill these off too. These defend. These do fall for the bait, so perfect. Won't be taking any losses. Okay, bring these back. Still not in full range, but should be able to kill them off. Perfect. So 1,500 experience. We don't really have much in the way of movement points. I don't think this blocks our other heroes from getting through, although it looks like no one can get close, so it doesn't matter. Okay, Victoria is just going to move up in this direction. Perhaps could use an automaton herself, but it's probably fine. Up this way. So how close are we? So we need 700 experience to level up again. Some of these fights should be relatively easy. We have basic slow, but that's not great. Okay, we'll move slightly to the west, we'll end the turn there. If somebody shows up from the west at this point, this could be really bad, but no, we're all good. Okay, so all of this stuff we're going to pick up with someone else. I think we'll go for these first. This should be pretty easy to do, same as the previous fight. I think we do go forward as bait. These things can't get morale. Okay, so we can mostly kill these off. These go up to block. And you can see that does actually work pretty well as a block. It does mean that we don't have to move these two stacks to fully block them. These will go back. Kill those off. Okay, we'll try and weaken the stack of 8. Should be okay at this point. Okay, kill those off with luck. These can actually reach us. But we do move next, before they do. There we go, so basic scholar, not on a main hero, we're going to go for expert fire magic. Are we now? Yeah, we're going to be forced to pick between 2 skills, that could go bad. So I think Eanswythe should come up, try and get some experience. We'll go straight towards this. Wrathmont should be fine to go for this. A few losses expected. This was a bit of a risk actually, because of course they could get morale. Although I think we could lightning bolt them, and we would have been okay. Okay, well, we're too slow to go for mass slow and make a difference. Frost ring, 95 points of damage. Doesn't kill one off. 10 points of damage from lightning bolt's not bad. Comes pretty close. Okay, we'll see how this goes. So, bulkier stack should go out in front of the halflings. These two wait. These go for this. Kill these off. These go up for the block. These go up for the block. We lightning bolt these, kills those off. And these defend. So they're going to go for the armadillos. Do take 1 loss, but that's fine. So we've got 10 hit points left to go, I think. Is this a waste of a magic arrow? 12 hit points left on this. They do move next. Let's check their damage. So 18 to 22 damage. I'd rather not risk this. It's a bit of a waste of spell points, but let's prevent the loss. Then Wrathmont goes west. This could be a slightly tough fight, so we do want the extra attack first. Okay. Actually, that's the heaviest expected loss out of all the fights so far. It's kind of surprising. Just to be absolutely safe, I'll go for slow, but I'm pretty sure we're fine. Okay, they don't get morale, but we can kill them off very easily. Okay, let's take the +2 attack, and that is us stuck in place. I think Victoria comes straight through and takes the slow units. should probably spread these out just in case someone comes through. Probably also worth mentioning that we do have the Bow of Elven Cherrywood. We have the option, in theory, of the Bowstring of the Unicorn's Mane. And up here we have the Angel Feather Arrows, which do, of course, combine into the Bow of the Sharpshooter. So if we go for Archery skill, could actually work quite well. But that's very long term, and we also don't have too much choice for skill slots in general, so we want Logistics for sure. We want probably Air Magic, Offense, Armorer, but also Tactics. So we already don't have enough slots. We'll see how it goes. Victoria just goes west, although in fact we need to keep these units around. Okay, Todd is just going to come through, help pick things up. Tancred is probably fine where he is. He can pick up some extra units if he wants to. We can't go for an extra loan just yet. So next thing to work towards really is just one of these two. A castle into capital is definitely worth considering, but we want to see what we can get before day 7. Which means I think Heemswide shouldn't go for experience. Okay, let's send Todd through. And yeah, I think we just end the turn there. Okay, that's all fine. Take our units back. Okay, spread these out, move these up, and this, in theory, on paper, is the toughest fight so far. But we did beat the Mighty Gorgons last time. We do get to slow them before they can move. Loss is expected. So in total, it's not too many. 23, that's not bad. I think we should probably bait them. Okay, no morale, that's great. We can mostly kill those off. They can't reach us if we go for the block. I think we're fine. We just pull back. Should still take them a few turns to reach us. No morale, that's perfect. Full powered shot on these. No chance of killing these off, so I think we go defensive. Kill them off with these. These defend. These defend as well. These are currently out of reach, so they wait. This stack needs to pull back. Still no morale, go for the strongest stack we can. No chance of a kill from these. So first stack to move is this one, let's just kill them off. These move away. So the risk here is if they come through and get morale, that could cause problems, but this time round we don't have to wait. So we kill these off. Shoot these. If they get morale, they shouldn't get a kill. They could get Death Gaze, but it's a moot point now. We have successfully beaten them. No losses. Okay, so forced into our choice. Basic First Aid is better as of this patch, but we don't have a First Aid tent, and basic Air Magic just wins. Okay, so we're going to have very few choices for our last few slots, but we'll see how things go. Over here we've got a horde of Mighty Gorgons, which I am actually slightly tempted to try. I feel like we could make that work. Victoria, I think, should go to the west and scout this out. So, horde of Manticores, that's not happening. Throng of War Unicorns, guarding the Cape of Velocity, that would be really good. The Throng of Gogs, we're not fast enough to take on. Let's move up this way. Okay, so a horde of Pit Lords is a fight we can't take. Lots of Crusaders guarding the way underground. And go slightly to the west. Pack of Ancient Behemoths guarding a prison. Okay. Well, I think that's the direction we go in. Still very tempted to try this. We would need to bait them. It would need to work. It's at least twice as many as the previous fight. So it's probably not smart. And all we get is a Pandora's box, which is probably not worth prioritizing like that. So let's just go to the west, and can't really get too far. Okay, Todd is really good as a kind of backup hero who actually takes fights. So let's use him to go forward, avoid the Warrior's Tomb. Pass all of these across. Wrathmont goes as far through as he can. Todd could scout to the west. I think we go down here instead so that we can come back, because we know we can only go so far. So that doesn't reveal too much. Okay, start coming back. Tancred should probably do something, but he's kind of useful where he is. He can pick up extra units if he wants to. We are on day 6, but Eanswythe can pick up quite a few resources. Pretty rubbish chest there, that's not great. We can go straight to the west here, go straight towards the campfire, and yeah, it's not looking like we're going to have too much gold to play with. Castle, though, is worth getting before the Serpentarium because it does give +1 growth to both of these buildings. Gantry is clearly not happening this week. So we're going to the end of month 1 with no tier 7 dwellings. Not a great situation, but hopefully soon we can break through this. I guess we could take out another loan tomorrow, perhaps. And that might push us over the edge to get the Serpentarium. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Tancred stays in place for sure. Need to avoid doing any trading. Okay, so Todd needs to pass the units back. Victoria needs to step out of the way. Let's go slightly to the west. There's a zone to the northwest which looks a lot less scary, but we have no access. Todd should probably follow us underground. Fight with lots of Crusaders should be fine. And slow them before they move. Let's go for it. So not too many losses expected regardless. I think we still go for the mass slow. There is an awkwardly placed log. I think we just move up. Let's go for the block. They're still relatively fast even after being slowed. We do get morale though, and even the range penalty we're fine. Yeah, that was perfectly fine. Let's go underground, and we have another fight with Crusaders. I think that's even fewer, but still some losses expected. Gonna play it safe with the slow. No need to mess around. Can't reach us even with morale. We kill these off. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we can go east or we can go west. We're going to explore as far as we can, using as few movement points as possible. These two can't go too far. Todd can come through. He, I think, goes to the east. Wrathmont, pack of power liches for War Machine Factory. That could be interesting, but we don't have the right type of units. We'll take quite a few losses. Dragon Utopia. Coatls to the south. Lots of Coatls for Pandora's box. Okay, Horde of Manticores. Fortunately, we appear to be able to get around them, but that doesn't look great. Okay, back to Eanswythe. Let's go ahead and pick this up, and can only pick up resources at this point. Okay, so back in the town, we could go for loan. No, we can't. Still have to wait for that. So our choice has been made for us. We're going to go for the castle. That is going to give us a lot of extra growth on all of our dwellings. It's not a bad building to go for on day 7, and maybe means we can go for capital next week, early on, if we can find a good source of gold. Tancred could come up. Not been to the Learning Stone up there. So yeah, Tancred could come up, we could recruit someone else, filter the units up. But might be better off saving gold. Or he just goes to this stuff. I feel like that's probably less useful. Let's go up to here instead. Okay. Just gonna see how that goes. So, blue moving is completely fine. It's everywhere else we're worried about. Month of the Earthworm, that's not bad. Stops things from spawning. Okay, Todd's gonna go to the east. So, Horde of Mighty Gorgons guarding a prison. Must be a pretty good hero in there. Song of Lizard Warriors. Okay, no way through that. Horde of Gunslingers. Yeah, tough guards everywhere, and a pack of ancient behemoths. No way through there. Okay, if we go back to the town, the new hero to recruit is Bertram, who comes with a plus 350 gold per day specialty, so we absolutely do want him. We're going to pick up... I guess we might as well spend on the units. So we're going to go for... This might be overkill, but I'm going to do it. Even more Halfling Grenadiers. And just for the sake of completionism, let's trade a couple of ore. No, that's not enough. This is probably not worthwhile. A couple more. Okay, this is now slightly embarrassing. There we go. So, 46 Halfling Grenadiers, every Halfling counts. 15 mechanics, we should probably leave these behind so we can upgrade them. Armadillos, I think we also trade to upgrade those, although before we do... Let's see what Tancred... No, not Tancred. I don't think we can go to the Prospector yet, so... Yeah, gonna trade some more. So this upgrade is pretty cheap. Yep, 120 to upgrade 4 of those, that's completely fine. Bertram is a great option to have. He can get through to Tancred. I think we still go for this. Go for Advanced Scholar, which is good. It means we can potentially take Frenzy off Wrathmont and pass it around. Tancred's going to take the units. Go for these two. So we get the Seal of Sunset, which is not bad. 10% reduction to enemy spell power. Pass all of these across. Eanswythe, I think we will go for the extra attack just in case he does become useful later on. And Victoria comes through. Eanswythe passes these across. Okay, is it worth going back for the extra units? I don't think it makes a difference to any of these fights. It's not too many movement points, but I think we're better off just continuing to probe. So, Throng of Ogre Magi, that's way too much. Lots of automatons could be done, we should move first. Guarding a Naga Bank. Some wood and some crystal. It should be very doable. We probably want to split the halflings. I'm gonna try this. Maybe not the Naga Bank, but we can at least open it. Oh no. They started off with Sentinel automatons. This could be a horrible mistake. They rush straight forward with those. Okay, let's go for the mass slow. These are stuck in place. That's not an ideal situation. These will go for a block of sorts. These will attempt to weaken these. We do get morale. At least they can't get morale themselves on these units. I think we just keep damaging, and let's kill these off. So 3 to 4 kills, let's wait, have them come a bit closer. Full damage, yeah, we should be fine. So these stacks, we'll wait. Please go for this. Kill those off. We go for the big boom, no damage done. Naga Bank. Maybe with the extra units. Nagas should be slower. I can't remember exactly how fast Naga Queens are. I don't think they're any higher than 8 speed. It's a bit risky. We do want to take on a horde of demons. Okay, let's go back to the town. We could have gone for the... loan first turn in hindsight, but... might be better off just spending that in the town itself. So we're going to go for that. We're going to keep saving up for the capital. And that's fine. Wrathmont, for now, we'll just pick resources up. So lots of Nagas, several Naga Queens. Are we getting carried away? The slow obviously helps. A lot. I'll be tempted. I'm so tempted. I will try this. I hope it's not a horrible mistake. Okay, so we're going to bring all of these together. So 200 Halfling Grenadiers, split these up. Probably will need to explode these. And I think... yeah, we'll leave the Halfling Grenadier there. Okay, loss is expected. I probably should have moved these around some more, but no, we should be okay. Let's go for slow. Can they still reach us? They can't. So pretty much nothing can reach us. Actually, this position works quite well. So this guy needs to move away. This one does too. This one too. Gunslinger's free to attack. We can kill one off. 4 to 6 kills if we go for the shot. We can hopefully kill off these in one shot. Not quite. Can't kill them off with these either. Okay, I think we... maybe we should go take them on. But we're still faster than them next round, so they can't reach us. Morale is a risk. Oh, I didn't realize I put myself in range of those. That's really bad. I did see a comment on the previous episode saying that even though I've been talking up the armadillos, I seem to enjoy letting them get killed. I don't. I do like armadillos, genuinely, and they choose to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. I'm not... there's no secret conspiracy. I'm not trying to kill them on purpose. Okay, so I'm going to try and bait these away. I'm not sure it'll work. The bottom right stack. Let's see what happens. So, Halflings... let's just have a look. So 3 speed. If everyone moves away, perhaps we magic arrow this stack. That does use pretty much all the damage from the magic arrow, that's fine. This stack will activate this, although perhaps doesn't need to. I think we wait. But if they get morale, maybe it makes sense. Okay, now the rest of these stacks need to move away. So, Halflings move first, they kill these off. That's surely pretty much guaranteed. If they get morale, we take quite a few losses to the Halflings, but I think we take the risk. Yeah, these move back. These go for this. Don't quite kill them off. Okay. Can't kill them with these either. So I think we just accept that we will take a few losses. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Quite a few kills. Okay. So, now we need to try and bait these away somehow, if we can. No chance we get a kill. These are going to go to the corner. These cannot safely pull the Nagas away. I'm still tempted to send them through. So we know that the Halflings aren't going to kill a stack per shot. So for that reason, with this one moving first, if we put ourselves in a position where they will definitely attack these, we can at least damage 2 stacks. Or... no, I don't think there's any way we can damage all 3. So... we'll move up to here. We'll sacrifice that automaton. This one waits. This one will attempt to bait the stack of 6. These go for this. These, I think, go to the corner. We could try and kite them, but we have maybe too many units to make that work well. We do actually get morale, which is perfect. We can't go for a full-powered shot, but we can do a nice amount of damage to that other stack, which is fine. These are hopefully now strong enough to finish these off. Not quite, okay. Fine. Okay, so these are safe. Let's go through. These have to wait. So these could kill these off, but if they happen to explode, they will damage the Halflings, but they're probably fine. I think we'll try to drag the stack of 5 away, or the stack of 6. Perhaps both. I'm gonna see what I can do. These as well. These should be out of range. These go for this, we kill them off. These, I think, just stay safe. Ah, no, okay. That's the thing I feared, but never mind. So I think we magic arrow these, spend a few more spell points, these go up, these defend, these defend. These attack, and no chance of any kills, so we move up, they don't get morale, so we should be fine. So a few losses taken, but on the whole, should be worth it for what we get. We're going to go for advanced air magic, 12,000 gold, 24 gems, really nice. That immediately pays for the capital, and potentially the Gantry, but it's only day 2. We don't need to rush into that. We're going to go straight for the capital. And start heading south. So we still have 98 spell points. Gonna have to split the armadillos at this point, but that's fine. This should be a much easier fight. Nope, loss still expected, but of course, game does not assume we go for slow, which of course we will. These will be purely defensive. These won't. So this stack waits. This stack also lights up, and we just go forward as bait. Okay, so the block is not going to be perfect unless we move the gunslingers, which we might. But also we do want to keep baiting, so I'm going to move forward. Rest of the stacks will wait. These guys go slightly further back. I'm going to try and avoid using spell points. I'm not sure if that's going to work. If these start getting morale, that could be a problem. We can't go for a full powered shot. 6 to 9 kills. Let's go for the closest stack we can. These defend. Okay, I'm going to see if I can pull them towards the top. In fact, this was overkill. Let's try this. This guy goes back slightly. These stacks will wait. We do successfully bait them, but because of morale, we are destroyed. So 6 to 9 kills. These two are a bit of a trick. Better off going for the strongest stack. So we shoot these defend, these wait, these go back, kill those off, kill these off. That was probably not the right choice, but never mind. They will start coming forward. So we are faster, but we're better off baiting them with the 1 stack. check they can't reach us. This stack's not safe. Okay, bait successfully. These move up. These go for this attack. We finish them off. These defend. These start coming back. Okay, just the one loss. We're going to go for Expert Air Magic. Could be again forced into a bad choice of skill. Let's keep pushing through. So, lots of nicks. Let's not get carried away. We don't want to take that fight. Lots of Oceanids. Much more straightforward. Let's push towards those. Maybe could split these up. If they get morale, that's really annoying, but we'll see. Yep, no losses expected, that's great. Let's go for the level 2 spell. It's Fortunes, that was very disappointing, and we'll start moving down. Victoria starts coming down too. Todd will go as far as he can. That doesn't reveal too much. I think that's a Library of Enlightenment, perhaps, but well out of reach. Okay, so we have now passed the units across, so Tancred probably still comes through. Eanswythe definitely comes through. He goes straight to the west. Actually, let's check this out. So there's something up there moving, but I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to guess. Okay, Bertram's really great. He is a perfect type of hero to leave back in this zone, making us money. I guess we go to the Learning Stone. We should still have enough movement points to make it to these two before the end of the week. Let's do that. Go for Advanced Wisdom, and maybe we're on course to start recruiting from the Gantry, but we definitely want one in the town. So, ideally, we do have a lot more income now. Ideally, we would get both the Gantry and the Serpentarium this week, and then we're in a really good position. Still don't know what the AI players have. It is month 2, so they could be well into the tier 7 units by now. Okay, so Wrathmont can't get any help. I think we take these on. Grab the experience. We'll leave the gold B for now. Tancred will come through. He could pass some units across, but I think we save our gold for the town. Focus on picking up resources, end the turn there. Hopefully no sign of any opponents. Blue is opening that stuff up. Let's see how well Blue's doing. So Blue has Loinus, who does have upgraded tier 6 units. Upgraded tier 5 units. No sign of Angels. Is he the strongest? No, so Sanya's still the strongest, so still have to be pretty careful. Also, probably worth mentioning that the rival factory player, Tam player, did actually start off with Jury, who is probably the most fearsome hero to come up against, but looks like Zif is stronger. Okay, Victoria is going to start coming through, and she will just probe. Yeah, that doesn't tell us too much. Eanswythe can't really go too far, so I think Wrathmont probably just follows her through. So the fight with the Horde of Pixies should be fine. Yep, that's perfect. Go slightly further west, so lots of engineers should also be fine. I think we keep the split. Some losses expected. I forgot how fast these are. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm gonna go for slow. Okay, that's fine. So, Cyclops stockpile, we don't want to get carried away, let's not go for that. A horde of Halfling Grenadiers, I would hope we can scare these off. I don't want to take this fight properly, but on the assumption we can scare them off, we don't want to chase them down. Let's just open that up. Start going west. Okay, so next up, let's go Eanswythe. Grab some gold. Bertram starts going towards this. So back in the town, we can now afford the Serpentarium. We can also afford the resource silo, which could be useful super long term. We are definitely on track to afford the Gantry before the end of the week, so let's go Serpentarium. And maybe worth bringing the Coatl up. Upgraded Serpentarium requires the Mage Guild level 2, which we already bought for separate reasons, so that actually works out really well. Todd maybe starts coming back to the units. Might be the most useful thing he can do. I think Tancred stays as a scout. Let's let Todd through, if he can. Yep, Tancred comes through. He is just going to pick things up. End the turn there. There's always a risk that someone suddenly appears and attacks us. That's the big setback to look out for. Okay, so a School of War up there if we're willing to spend 1,000 gold. I would be tempted. But it's... well... we need crystal. I'm gonna go for it. Take these on, no losses expected. This fight should also be fine. Again, no losses. Let's take 1,000 experience. And we can actually see a castle town up for grabs. Town of Middelheim, pretty undefended. Victoria's gonna grab this. Landmine spell, that's ironic. I think she's fine for that one. Okay, so let's send Tancred through. Eanswythe now I think goes to the east. We're gonna explore as much as we can. So, lots of Sentinel automatons there. Can't break through that. Tancred grabs this and goes west. Bertram gets us an extra 500 gold from there, 5 mercury from there, that's all really nice. We can go for the crystal too if we want to, go back to the town. Can pretty safely go for another building if we want to. Day 4, so we're definitely on track for the Gantry. Question is, do we start upgrading this stuff? So this one should be fine, it's really cheap. Get that out of the way. And I think we do bring Todd back. I do really like Todd as a proper fighting hero in this town. Okay, end the turn there. That all seems fine, let's go for this. So, still no sign of any opponents, although actually, there's a hero to the west, near the yellow 2A monolith, and it looks like that does connect, but we have to go through lots of Minotaur Kings, and there's quite a lot of space between us. So Boots of Speed there we definitely do want. We do of course want the town of Middelheim before the end of the week. That's just free to grab though, so I think Victoria comes through for that. There's a well there too, which is really nice. Okay, Wrathmont will go for the Boots of Speed. If we could get it before the end of the turn, that'd be perfect for the extra movement points. So the fight with a horde of engineers, I think we do want all the halflings together. Split these up. And let's go for it. So 77 in total, split across 5 different stacks. We go for the slow. We wait with these. Send these forward. Okay, no morale, that's great. We can kill them off even when we're at half damage. These pull back. We should be fine. Shouldn't have really risked that because of the morale, but should be okay. I'm not sure I made the right choice there, but again, we do get to move before they do, so we're fine. Okay, kill these off, kill these off. 1200 experience. We can't quite reach, so we're going to have a few less movement points next turn. It's not really a big deal, but it's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so in this town we could actually afford to go for the fort and start properly building it up. It is not our priority. Our priority is to show off the factory town. So Gantry, we have 2 more days to Gantry, which should be fine. Quite a lot of gold. Okay, Bertram is going to go out of his way for this. Do we want Bloodlust? I guess he does have Scholar, so that's not completely useless. A Horde of Imps, we don't have any units. Okay, Bertram's just going to grab this. Not Bertram. Tancred. Eanswythe will continue to explore, but also grab some gold. Okay, a Horde of Imps we can't go for. A bit more crystal, that's always useful. Okay, so back in this town, we can now afford the Gantry, let's do it. So, we now have 1 Dreadnought available, 1 Coatl. Dreadnought's growth is at 3, so every week we get 2 Dreadnoughts naturally, 1 from the castle, 1 basic, 1 more from the external dwelling, plus 1 more will be banked up in the external Gantry. So, in other words, in total we're getting 4 Dreadnoughts per week, if we want them. And that's going to be really good. Okay, Todd is going to come back to maybe get some units, and what could he open up? So we could, of course, just take the Dreadnoughts, take the other units, actually just leave Wrathmont be, pick things up, and start using Todd to open up some of this stuff, and that wouldn't be too bad. He doesn't have the best skills, tactics is really good, we do want something like Earth Magic. Let's go up to the Learning Stone. Air Magic could be useful, let's go for it, and let's start coming back, and let's go for... So we need the Tavern for the Town Hall, let's make that happen. Fair few units available too. End the turn there. And we can see it is green, so we should be able to access green, let's see who that is. So green is the Necropolis player. Could be our first proper fight. See what this is. Fireball spell, okay. So, pack of Dendro guards, this should all be fine. Let's just not accept this. We shouldn't need to take any losses. 3 speed, I don't think we need to go for slow. We're going to try and save some spell points, although probably don't need to. We, of course, have the well nearby. Okay, kill these off, these defend, these kill these off. Doesn't quite work, that's fine. If they get morale, we should be able to take a hit. Oh, move twice, never mind. Okay, forced into a choice. We're gonna go for basic archery, so we now get even stronger, but I guess that means we don't go for offense. We're gonna go all out on archery, and maybe Bow of the Sharpshooter could be an option. That could be Todd's mission. Maybe we leave that to him. So, day 6, there's no further growth we can give to our unit production. Could just start upgrading buildings if we want to, but might be better off just going for... Well, upgraded Serpentarium is the thing we really wanted to give to Wrathmont, so we can go for the Frenzy plus Crimson Coatl combination. I'm going to ignore this stuff, someone else can grab it, that should be fine. Eanswythe will go for this, and start going south. So, Scholar. Basic First Aid. I'm gonna say no. Okay, Magic Arrow spell there, let's go for the gold, and there's actually an ore pit there. That's interesting. Bertram grabs the resources. And the week is about to end, so let's just start moving back. Does Todd pick up Dreadnoughts? We'll get the loan. So if Todd were to pick up all the Dreadnoughts, which fight does that actually help with? So the fight with the automatons Dreadnoughts don't necessarily love that. Rest of these fights... Dreadnoughts definitely don't want to go up against Mighty Gorgons. It's not actually that clear if those are the units we should be going for. Maybe we don't. So I think we do come back. Let's grab an extra spell. Tancred's job is to pick up everything Wrathmont left behind. Guess we'll go for this. Okay, he gets basic offense. We should probably go for the campfire too, why not? Okay, let's grab the gold, let's grab this, and let's grab this. And we can see, I think, an alchemist lab to the south. Wrathmont can't end the turn in the town, that's kind of a shame. Okay, day 6. Do we go for the fort and start building up our creature production? I think we just play it safe, go for the extra income of the town hall. Wait till we really get this town going. Before we do anything else, this is 2,000 gold, which is not too bad. This is also 2,000 gold. Ulgor Korkoi, probably the more fearsome of the two options, so let's prioritize those. End the turn there. No movement from green, that's good. Okay, let's make sure we get our spell points back. A Horde of Silver Pegasi, tempting, but we shouldn't do that. We'll take some big losses there, don't want to do that. Let's go south with Wrathmont. Shouldn't take any losses. Don't think we need to slow either. Ah. That was kind of the worst case scenario, but never mind. Okay, grab some extra spell power, and we'll start going towards the School of War for a bit of extra damage. Tancred uses his movement points on this. Let's prioritize gold. Okay, so day 7, this puts Todd in a really good position to launch from next week. We can get him a bit of extra movement points too, so we're going to go for our first Ulgor Korkoi with a 10 speed. They do allow us to move really far. These things, 11 speed, so slightly better. 2,000 gold only to buy them, but I'm not sure that's what we should spend the gold on. I think we keep building up the town. So we do still get the maximum growth, so that is perfectly fine to do on day 7. This city, for now, we're going to focus on... So Mage Guild's not really the priority because we can still get our... spell points back elsewhere. We're going to go Blacksmith first. Bertram goes towards this as planned. Eanswythe will grab the ore pit. Bit of a strange place for one, I guess it's linked to this. Normal orders we can't take. Let's go for these. Victoria explores to the southeast. Let's see what this is. Okay, Teacher's Offense. Now that's interesting. Because I'd normally go for that, for sure. But there's still quite a few other choices. So Logistics, Armorer, Tactics. One of those has to go. Probably we let Tactics go. But Tactics is really nice for this town. As I've said about 50 times already in this playthrough. Okay, let's go for Knowledge, and this fight should be easy for Wrathmont to take if he wants to. Prison there is just going to be a pretty basic hero, not really worth worrying about. Todd stays put. Make sure we take... We've already built in both of our towns, so I guess we just go for the fastest unit we can, which is going to be our first Coatl. And let's end the turn there. So, no sign of movement at all. So we've got our town in a really strong position. Let's go for... So our defense is actually lagging behind our attack, but because we are very focused on ranged units, we're still going to go for attack, and we are going to bring Victoria back. You want to check out this witch hut. So if we went in this direction, we could get offense, we could get a bit of extra knowledge. I think we do open this up. Victoria will explore it. No, she can't reach. Okay. Fine. Let's go to this guy first. Okay, Ainsworth grabs that. Goes for a bit of gold. Actually, we want as much gold as possible to get us going, but that is the Glyph of Gallantry, not really what we want. Bit of extra morale could be useful in the short term. Okay, first day of a new week, we can go for the upgraded manufactory if we want to. I think we will decide exactly what approach to take with Todd and with Wrathmont next turn. We've laid a really good foundation in this episode, should be in a pretty good place to go a bit more aggressive. We've got Sam the Mercenary, who I don't think I'll bother with. So if we have a look at our opponents, we can see that we are the first to reach 2 towns. We do actually have some pretty strong looking opponents, so Teal with their 14 attack. Of course, do have 3 different Cove opponents, all on the same team. Straker is the strongest of green. Doesn't tell us what their best monsters are yet. I'm assuming they do mostly have tier 7 units at this point. Should be interesting to see how they develop. But unfortunately there is nobody we can look at. So we'll see how they're doing in the next episode. Again, if you would like to see all episodes in one place, do check the playlist link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 3.